Prime Minister Theresa May said she had listened to criticism of the charges, which can be up to 55p a minute, and decided it was right to drop them. But she again rejected calls by Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn to pause the rollout of the controversial benefit amid fears it is causing hardship. In a symbolic vote, MPs backed a pause after Tory MPs were told to abstain. The opposition won by 299 votes to 0 with one Conservative, Tottenham's MP Sarah Wollaston, defying her party by siding with Labour. The outcome is not binding on the government, although Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn said ministers must act on the clearly expressed will of Parliament and halt its rollout. Commons Speaker John Bercow advised ministers to take account of the vote and show respect for the institution by indicating what they intended to do. Universal credit, which rolls 6 working-age benefits into a single payment, is designed to make the system simpler and ensure no one faces a situation where they would be better off claiming benefits than working. But it has faced a backlash from Tory MPs, who fear payment delays risk pushing families into destitution. Explaining her decision to rebel, Dr. Wollaston said the length of time people were waiting to be paid, in many cases more than 6 weeks, was a fundamental flaw that must be addressed. She told the BBC she wanted to see a much stronger commitment that they'll do that immediately. At Prime Minister's questions earlier, Mr. Corbyn said he was glad the PM had bowed to Labour pressure by scrapping the hotline charges. But he added, the fundamental problems of universal credit remain: the 6-week wait, rising indebtedness, rent arrears and evictions. Will the Prime Minister now pause universal credit and fix the problems before pressing ahead with the rollout? Mrs. May prompted cheers from Labour MPs as she began her reply with yes, before urging them to listen to the whole sentence I was going to make. She said universal credit was a simpler system, that encourages people to get into the workplace. It is a system that is working because more people are getting into work. The Universal Credit Hotline will become free to use over the next month, the government has said, and that would be followed by all DWP helplines by the end of the year. The government says it makes no money from the 0345 number. It is charged at local rate and is included as a free call in many landline and mobile phone packages, but can cost some mobile phone users as much as 55p a minute.
Last week, I asked the Prime Minister to scrap the unfair charges on the Universal Credit Helpline. Yeah. Today, she's finally bowed to that pressure. But the fundamental problems of universal credit remain. The 6-week wait, rising indebtedness, rent arrears and evictions. Will the Prime Minister now pause universal credit and fix the problems before pressing ahead with the rollout?
Prime Minister.
Yes, it is absolutely right. Listen to the senators.
Send to the honourable member for Brent Central before she's an aspiring stateswoman and must conduct herself with due decorum. Calm. Again, maybe the honourable lady is another member who should take up yoga. The Prime Minister.
I suggest to honourable members opposite that they listen to the whole sentence that I was going to make. Yes, it is absolutely right that we have announced this morning that we are going to change in relation to the telephone charge that is made on people here. I said last week that we were listening to a number of proposals that have been made. We have done that. And it's also, I think it's right to have done this now because there's a lot of emphasis, a lot of publicity around universal credit at the moment. I want people to know that they can ring in, that they can get their advice, and that they can do that without being worried about it. And that's exactly what we're going to do. But the right honourable gentleman talks about universal credit and talks about pausing universal credit. Why have we introduced universal credit? It's a simpler system. It's a system that encourages people to get into the workplace. It is a system that
ventures. Well, they've got a chance this afternoon. They can vote to pause universal credit and show